Welcome to another episode of Titan PI TV, where we're looking at the inside workings of a live operational investigation agency, that being here, Titan in Derby. Don't forget, we've also got a podcast, Titan PI TV podcast, and you can download it wherever you download your podcasts. So tomorrow is going to be a little bit different. It's fairly late, and we've had an urgent instruction from a client which we've had for some time, and they've effectively sponsored someone to come into the country on a working visa to work for them, and they haven't been to work for a couple of months. So their suspicion is that the subject, the individual we're following tomorrow, is potentially working elsewhere and just use them for the visa. So we have been asked to plot up early in the morning, 4:45. So it'll be a 4:30 meeting in the morning with another operative. And I thought, what better opportunity than for me to go on the ground tomorrow and show you what we do. Obviously, it'll be sanitized. We won't be giving any details of who we're watching, whereabouts we are. But we will give you basic details of the job, which won't harm anybody. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to be out on the ground. I'll be leaving my house at 3:50 in the morning to go to the office to pick bits of kit up, and then be meeting another operative at 4:30 for a 04:45 start. So I will speak to you tomorrow morning, bright and breezy, and show you what the day in the life of a private investigator is really like. Till next time. Okay, welcome to another episode of Titan PI TV, where we're looking at the inside workings of a live operational investigation agency, that being here, Titan, today in Derby. Don't forget, this is also on podcast, it's Titan PI TV podcast, and you can download it wherever you download your podcasts. So, something a little bit different this morning. We thought we'd do a day in the life of a private investigator. So that usually would be very boring with me, because I get up at 5-6 o'clock and I go to the office and I manage jobs all day with Jade in the office at Derby. That's not particularly interesting. However, last night we had a task come in. It was a corporate client. They have sponsored somebody into the country from a foreign country through work, so they've been given a visa. They haven't turned up to work for almost 2 months, so the client asked us if we could provide a surveillance capacity this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, it is at the moment, to plot up in post surveillance on the person's home address, because they've got a really strong suspicion that they are working elsewhere. So of course we said yes. Unfortunately though, I could only find one surveillance operative to deploy at that time in the morning at such short notice. So Muggins here is going on the ground today. I'm going to dust off my camera, and I'm going to be working with one other operative on this surveillance task so that we can fulfill it for one of our long-term corporate clients. So I thought, why not film it? So sporadically I'm going to do some filming throughout the day, just to show you, if you were to become a private investigator, what are the sort of demands, what time might you get up, and what happens throughout your day. So here goes. So I've got to go to the office because all my camera work is at the office, and I've got to be on plot where the start location is at 4:30 AM. So it's now 4:06. So I've got 24 minutes to go to the office and get on plot, meet the other operative, and carry on from there. So I will update you shortly. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so it's now 4:19, we're at the office. We've literally broken all the speed limits to get here because we haven't got long. So, open the office up, and we need to get some kit. If I can find the right key in this light. Just wait one. Okay, so what we need is, I just need to pick up some camera kit. I've got 11 minutes to get my kit and travel about 8 minutes to the plot to meet the other operative for a 4:45 AM start. So we meet first of all away from the plot. So what I need is a camcorder, check. I need a covert camera, check. I need 2 radios, check. Plenty of radios, 2 of them. And I need some camera mounts. Check. Okay, that's good to go. So we'll now go and meet the operative on plot. See you in a minute. Okay, so we've been to the office. We've got that's the radios booting up. We use network radios.
Channel 1.
We find them best.
Take the first exit onto private.
Simply because wherever we are, they work as long as there's a mobile phone signal and we haven't got to worry about distance. So one of those radios could be pretty much anywhere in the world, but we pretty much work in the UK. So, for example, we may have an operative or a team working in London. I can monitor it in the office in Derby. So I've been to the office, I've got my covert camera so that I can take imagery of the subject or associates in public places. The covert camera is designed purely to take covert footage. It looks like an everyday item, so you can just place it on a table, and if we're in a cafe for example, and it would never be looked at and thought, you're recording me. We've got a camcorder, so we use the CX250, Sony CX250, which is the entry level, or the AX53, which is sort of more of the Rolls Royce. I've got a AX53, so that's what we'll be using today. So I've also got some camera mounts, I've got a headrest mount, and I've also got some suction mounts, so that if I'm in the back of the van taking imagery, I can have a suction mount taking steady imagery of our subject or associates, and I've also got a headrest mount so that I can take imagery whilst on the move, but I will need to put that on because I haven't been on the ground for a while, so I need to put that on the back of the headrest. So we're now hot footing it, we've got to be there at past, and we're going to be there according to SatNav at 04:28, so we're all on time. It has been a bit of a rush, so I'll update you later. See you shortly. Okay, so I've spoken to the operative, we've met up, I've given them a radio, and we are looking at now plotting up on the address, which we've just done. So we've got a view of the front doors of the address, waiting for the subject to exit. However, slight issue is that there is a vehicle parked up with its lights on very close to the address, so it might be that that vehicle is going to collect our subject and drive him somewhere. So we don't know if it's connected or not, but we've got one of us monitoring that covertly and the other one monitoring the subject address. So I'll keep you updated what happens. Okay, so that other vehicle was a taxi, it wasn't connected, it left, no one got in it. So we're just now watching the address. And there's nothing happening at the moment, so we'll see what does happen. Okay, so it's 5:30, we've been here an hour now. The house is completely in darkness, so the intel potentially is wrong. The subject's not going to be leaving us close to 5 o'clock, so hence why we're here at 4:45. So this is what happens in surveillance. We go with intelligence, it's what might be suspected, and we don't write everything off, but the job comes in last night. So everybody's working late, doing a briefing. So a briefing, for example, our operatives. Just wait one. Yeah, roger that. So we prepare a briefing. All the operatives will get this, and this has information such as the case number, the time and date of the job, the home address, details of our subject, mobilisation, so what vehicle we believe they have, what the instructions are, and admin requirements. So that gives the operatives everything they need. So we were rushing around last night preparing all of that. Just wait one. Stand by, stand by, stand by. Potential movement.
Roger.
Yeah, cancel. That's an unconfirmed for subject. Looks like a white male. Can you confirm from your angle?
Yeah, it looks a white male. Yeah, confirmed. It's white. It's the Audi.
Yeah, roger that. Let's let that run. We've still got that cab there though, although our address is in complete darkness.
Yeah, roger. I'm going to have a look back quick. I'm presumably he come out of 26.
He could have come out of the one next door to 24. So I saw him walk past the windows to our address. So it looks like he's come out the general. So I reckon he is from number 22. Okay, so as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. A little bit of movement there, not our subject. We think the subject, that individual has come from next door, which is number 22, which is a shared general stroke alleyway. So as I was saying, we're all rushing around last night, working till late, getting this operational order done because the job didn't come in till about 7 o'clock last night. So we're doing recces, planning the operational order, staffing the task. Obviously I'm on the ground because we can only get one operative and we need a minimum of 2 for surveillance. We then set up a WhatsApp group and that has the op order on, which is the briefing effectively. So the operatives self-brief, they read it, we then meet up in the morning, or RV as we call it in the industry. And we RV'd at 4:45 this morning, sorry, 4:30 this morning for a 4:45 start. So when we RV, all we're doing, we're cleaning our windows to make sure all the windows are completely clean. We're handing over a radio so that we've got comms with one another. And like I said earlier, we use the Enrico radios, which are network radios. We're making sure all our cameras are time date stamp set correctly. Grabbing a coffee, usually RV at a McDonald's near to our subject's address. And then we roll on to plot, and we take an image earlier than 4:45 because we're professional, so we don't turn up at 4:46 or 4:47. We'll take that image at 4:40, but certainly before 4:45. So as I was saying, with surveillance, there's all this rushing around to get onto plot, a little bit of adrenaline, bit of excitement, and then 4:45, 5 o'clock, 5:15, 5:30 comes and there's no movement. So we then have to find things to do to keep our mind going. We need to be like a coiled spring, and we need to be prepared for that movement any time. So I'm going to leave it there for now, and I'll update you shortly. I'll let you know what happens. But at the moment, it's a bit of a damn squid.